I don't think they're going to get it because obviously there's the vow of silence. And they don't, I mean, not all nuns practice that all the time, but it does teach a lot of discipline. And there's the vow of poverty. I don't know how the women are going to get on with that. Uh, but what may be the most difficult for modern women is the vow of chastity. You guys are saying over and over again in the manosphere that you don't want, a woman that's been around the block 5 billion times or at all. And I think it's great that you guys are finally saying it or able to say it. There's a platform, internet, right? So the problem is when looking on TikTok, which is my least favorite part of all of this, looking for, vow of chastity, everything, I kept finding two things. Spiritualism, sort of almost, I would say, going into witchcraft, or when men and women kind of hurt each other for fun in the hanky panky realm. If you get what I'm saying, I did not want to learn all that. Well, I didn't learn all that, but I didn't want to even know about cages for guys. Ew. So this lady is a great example of basically where we are with the whole chastity thing in society. Purity.
So I wanted to come on here and make a video or talk about chastity in a sense. Why? Well, because a lot of people have come to ask me, what herbs are good for chastity? What did you do to help you balance your sexual energies or to master your sexual energies? As sexual energy is raw healing energy that it comes from our
What? Herbs? Just have some self control. Have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard that you could actually have self control? No, we need some herbs and talk about it's healing energies, voodoo.
inner source with that comes from the connection that we have with source. Although I myself have been practicing chastity for about 5 years or so, spiritual leaders or spiritual people, cultures all over the world have been practicing for eons, for decades, coming back to the monks, coming back to the Roman era, coming to the Greece era, where a lot of people practice in calming or lowering their libido in order to be able to master the power that they have within themselves. So working with herbs like witch hazel, vervain, sweet pea, pineapple, hawthorn, lavender, or the most famous herb, chastity tree berry, can help you lower your libido in males, and in females help you lower your sexual drive.
That's not the point. The point is, you may have wants and desires. You don't act on them. Self control, lady. Be accountable. What are you going to say? Well, the herbs didn't work. Well, it's the herbs' fault. Darn that witch hazel. Anything to avoid accountability. Anything to say, I am going to do better. I am going to be better because I'm going to require that of myself. It doesn't matter how I feel. I wish I could get a bullhorn and be like, it doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't. And yeah, she's like, can you believe that chastity was a thing in here and million years ago? And like, yeah, not very long ago here. I assume this chick is in the United States based on accent. Here. Because there wasn't always birth control so accessible. So guess what? If you did the thing, if you did the hanky panky, got the baby. There used to be consequences before we made it so possible for women to escape them. These women, they're going to convents. They're talking about vows of chastity, but they're making it about themselves and about avoiding accountability at all costs. What is it going to take? Are they ever going to learn? I'll tell you in a minute. The thing that I think is the only thing that's going to make them learn. I think there's only one thing that is going to teach these women a better way.
But don't get it twisted, because even though these herbs can help you lower your libido, some of these herbs also serve as an aphrodisiac. And this is why my ancestors have always suggested to, when working with chastity or practicing chastity, and I say practice chastity, it is because this is a form of mastering yourself, mastering your own energy, and not confusing it and in tainting it with other people when it comes to intercourse or union. Only in ceremony or prayer is the only way that you're going to be able to communicate with these herbs, or allowing the herbs to come up to you and letting you know, hey, I'm able to assist you, because everybody's hormones and energy works differently.
The herbs are talking to her. The herbs are going to and speak to her. It's a witch. It's a witch.
So some herbs might help and what other herbs might not help. So again, connecting it through ceremony.
It's almost like the herbs aren't doing anything. And it's like sometimes you have self-control and sometimes you don't. And it's like the herbs aren't doing anything because they're not.
And prayer is the only way, or I should say, practice chastity. I have also found out that practicing chastity, not only does it help you master your power in your inner source, but it also helps you be able to manifest quicker. It's able to clear out sexual trauma. It's able to bring in more stability within yourself as well as outside of you. It's able to help you indulge more in that self-love within yourself, and that more in emotional stability in your work.
Self-love. That's all this is. Self-love. Do you ever wonder why she can't love ya? That whole thing about learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all, Whitney Houston. No, it isn't. And that whole thing that we've been taught, you have to love yourself first before you can love anybody else. I don't think that's true at all. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm going to tell you when she is done spreading this wisdom, what I think is the only thing that is going to teach the women to do better.
Earth. And again, because you're embodying your own power, your own source. So you're kind of stepping into that sexual energy, whether it is the emperor or the empress energy. I've also noticed how it has helped me look more youthful. I've also heard it from a lot of males as well that have practiced chastity, especially in the retention of semen, and where it has helped them look more youthful and able to hold more into the power. So this is what I.
Okay. So I think that I'm really feeling pretty sure about this. That the only thing that is going to get these women on the straight and narrow, or at least more to what would make them good wives and mothers, is when they no longer have any men to choose from. When, or even if the top guys are still want to be players, not all women want relationships. Women do want relationships. That's why they get so mad when they can't turn a situationship into a relationship. So when more men walk away, especially the men who are in the churches and shaming other men for not walking down the aisle, when those men stop and wait till something rises to their standards, because men don't have unbelievable standards. They don't have standards that are absolutely ridiculous. But when they hold out for those things, the women will change. Now, what's my evidence of this? Well, first of all, I'm a woman, and I know the woman brain, but also the fact that they're going to convents at all. I mean, could you have believed that a few years ago? No. The fact they're doing all these different things and noticing that you guys have walked away and trying everything to put it on you and everything. But at the end of the day, you're still like, I don't want to play anymore. If these are the rules, if this is the game, I don't want to play anymore. Eventually, they will do what they need to do. It is also the reason for the rise of the trad wife and the trad woman, whatever. That's why. Because women have said, oh, wait a second. He doesn't want the 304.